Are you? Hello, and welcome to Home Songs for Life number 158, I believe. That was a bit confusing there. David and I got into a bit of a kerfuffle over who was doing what, with switching us on and off and disappearing from screens and all that sort of stuff. It's actually more straightforward when there's only one of you that can do all of that. But when David is sorting things for me, obviously we both are masters of the StreamYard, so we can both do that. Oh, oh gosh! Hi, Trudy. How are you? Nice to see you. Mm, I'm on the water already. Okay, so um, I am trying to. Yeah, I was saying to David, I got a little bit kind of out of sync there, and I thought I had 10 minutes left, and I only had 5. So I'm not quite as organised as I should be. Never really organised for these things. Um, what am I doing? Oh yes, that's what I'm doing. Can I remember? I've actually forgotten just about everything. It's just gone out of my head, and I'm just sitting here. It's probably because you're here, Trudy. And I just need to do this. Right. So here we are. I guess it's time to get started with a song. I've got 4 songs for you today, as always. And I'm going to start off. Oh, I'm a bit experimental today. I am. I'm being very experimental today. And I'm going to start off with a brand new piece. And that's called 6 Seconds of Brass. And that's my first piece for today. No, I'm only kidding. I'm being experimental because I've got a new keyboard. Well, it's not new, but it is kind of new. It's not my usual keyboard, and it does some funky things. So I am able to do strange noises on it and things like that, which is really quite exciting. My other keyboard's a bigger keyboard. This is a small keyboard, and I'll be able to gig with it. That's the plan. I can carry it about in a gig bag, which is much better than well, the other keyboard that I normally transport around fills up my whole car apart from me driving, and it's just me driving with this giant keyboard. So this at least is a smaller keyboard and very light, and it actually doesn't sound too bad, I don't think, but I'm practicing with it just at the moment, so that's why I'm playing on that keyboard. But it does mean I can get some different sounds. Anyway, I should really get started with a song. I know, David, it'll be about three hours today. Just actually, I better get a move on. The Scotland match is on, and I want to get finished for the second half, so I better get started. Away out in the west, away from all the noise, is a place of rest. Somewhere you can hear your own voice. Here is where I am. Here's what keeps me strong on my own, but never alone. Here is where I am. Here's where I belong. My Kintai Home. Walking by the raging sea,
calmness washing over me, while the wild wind blows and blows, stillness fills my soul. In my Kintai home, swallows swirling in the sky, seal and otter swim on by, sunset turns to catch my eye, and I am at peace in my Kintai home. Here is where I am, here's what keeps me strong, on my own but never alone. Here is where I am, here's where I belong, my Kintai home, my Kintai home. Away out in the west, away from all the noise, is a place to rest, somewhere you can hear your own voice.
Lovely. I've decided I've got this thing. I thought, if I shout out a random word like lovely or beautiful after the song, maybe people will believe that. Anyway, that was Kintai Home. That's a newish song. David and I had an interesting conversation while we were doing the sound check. We always do, but we were talking about writing all these new songs and never having much of a chance to move them forward because you're busy writing new songs, so you don't get into the production of things and what have you not. Unless you're like Trudy, who goes into the studio for one day and sings 22 songs perfectly all the way through and makes an album out of it. I'm afraid I'm not like that, Trudy. I have to build things up and produce stuff and things like that. It takes me months to get a song into a state where I can put it on a record. And I've got all these songs that I've been writing this year, loads and loads of songs actually, which I'm very pleased with. But I don't have, I haven't had much time to work on them otherwise. So I'm thinking that I ought to put some stuff together and start thinking albums, or at least EPs or something like that. Now I was watching last night. I don't know if any of you were, but Donna Canale was on, who's really good, and I really like her stuff. And she talked to me about, or she bigged me up as, he said, because it's funny, and I thought, oh God, I need to be funny. So I thought I better think about some funny songs. So my next song is kind of funny. Well, I think it's a bit strange maybe, but it's kind of funny. Oh gosh, hi cuz, my cousin Richard is on today. Hello, good to see you. And Trudy and Steve. Hi Steve. Hi MJ. Hi David. I'm waving to David. He's down. I can see David. It's quite nice actually when you're doing it. You've got an audience, one live audience who's sitting there waving back at you in some kind of manic sort of way, who did say to me that song, the previous song, he said that would be a good advert for a rest home, like Auchinleigh. For those of you who are local, Auchinleigh's our local old folks home, which is sadly no longer with us because they've taken it down and thrown all the old folk out and moved them away elsewhere, which is very sad. But anyway, that's another story for another day. And if I keep telling too many stories, we will literally be here until 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. Anyway, this next song, oh, a different sound for this next song, which is very exciting. This song is it's based on a true story. It's definitely based on a true story. It's based on me, and it's about all the things I could have done if I wasn't me. Now I'll start that again. That was rubbish. I could have been a swashbuckling pirate sailing the seven seas, but I missed the boat, I'm afraid to report, by a couple of centuries. I could have been an astronaut floating around the place, but I'm afraid that claustrophobia makes me a hopeless spaceman. I didn't ask to be me. I am who I am quite accidentally. I didn't ask to be me. So all I can do is be what I can be. I could have been a champion boxer, but I don't get into fights. I could have been a mountaineer, but I don't have the head for heights. I could have been an activist, but I don't know my civil rights. I could have been a ballet dancer, but I don't look good in tights. I didn't ask to be me. I am who I am quite unexpectedly. I didn't ask to be me. So all I can do is be what I can be. I could have been a racing driver, but I don't have a fast enough car. I could have been a scientist, but I don't know the formula. I could have been a pilot, but I can't see very far. I could have been a naturalist, but I can't tell a horse from a zebra. I didn't ask to be me. I am who I am coincidentally. I didn't ask to be me. So all I can do is be what I can be. I could have been a rock star, but I'm not very rock and roll. I could have been a politician, but I have got a soul. I could have been a great detective, but I haven't got a clue. But there is one thing you can be thankful of, at least I wasn't you. I didn't ask to be me. I am who I am quite inadvertently. I didn't ask to be me. So all I can do is be what I can be. Tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, butcher, baker, candlestick maker. None of these is me. None of these is me. Whee! Brilliant. So it is. Oh dearie me. Actually, I'm really pleased with that one, because the last time that I did that, or the first time, which is the only other time that I've sung that, which was actually I think just last year, about December, I inadvertently sang I could have been a politician, but I don't have a soul, and I was desperate to get that line right, because it was but I have a soul. So I was really pleased about that. Anyway, that is the second of my 4 songs, and we're only 13 minutes in. Oh gosh, I'm very quick today. Very quick. This song, next song that I'm going to do for you, actually is a song that I did write this a bit longer ago, about I would guess maybe 18 months ago. No, 2 years, because I performed this. I think David would remember, maybe. I think I performed this at the last Songwriters Live, the big Songwriters Weekend Songwriters, which would be in, not last May 2019, May 19. So that's actually more than 2 years old. And this song is another, well, it's, as I say, Donna put me in to have to sing funny songs. So I thought, well, I better sing funny songs. Donna says it's good to sing funny songs. I better do a funny song. So this is another funny song. 2 funny songs in a row. Oh dear. So anyway, you're getting another fun. Well, it's not funny. Well, it is funny. Well, judge for yourself. And hang on, I need to change all my settings. I haven't quite got, that's what the one thing about this new keyboard or is that I haven't quite worked out my buttons yet. They all work in slightly different ways. This one is a Roland. I'm very excited. It's a Roland. I've only had Yamahas before, and it's a Roland, which actually sounds more upmarket, but it's only a wee keyboard, so it's only a baby one. Anyway, I'm waffling while I'm trying to remember which button I need to press to get. No, not that one. That one. No, it is that one. And I need to do that with that button. Talk amongst yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, while I just do my buttons. I need to do that one, and I think I need to do. Oh, do I? No, I don't. This should be right. It'll do. It may be in the wrong key. I better watch. I'm going to run out of water. Okay. Don't press the red one. You are quite right, Mr. Tunes. It's a red keyboard as well. It's very nice. Look. Red. See? Woo! But it doesn't have a red button on it. Well, actually it does. It has one that's surrounded by red, and that one does switch it off, so you're quite right, David. I shouldn't press the red button. Okay. This song is based on truth, and I have dressed my set today especially to fit in with this song. So you can get an idea that this is a true story. Okay? Almost true. My therapist, she said to me, you gotta get into that feng shui. There's too much clutter inside your head. Any more you could end up dead. And deep down inside you know, gotta let it go. It isn't easy, but this I know. Gotta throw it away. Gotta throw it away. I got broken chairs, two-legged tables, miles and miles of various useful cables, 2007 bus timetable, author-signed copy of Aesop's Fables, 22 toothbrushes worn and dead, a library of books that I've never read, posts from an old four-poster bed, the ashes of my dear old Uncle Fred, and deep down inside I know, gotta let it go, it isn't easy but this I know, gotta throw it away. Gotta throw it away. There's empty boxes and plastic trays, one's full of Chinese takeaways, loads of really random crap and tat, possibly even mice and rats, a rusty wok and some rare blue cheese, a cassette for learning fluent Japanese, a cowboy hat and a dog with fleas, a lifetime of unused diaries. And deep down inside I know, gotta let it go, it isn't easy but this I know. Gotta throw it away. Gotta throw it away. There's loads of projects I'll never do, gallons and gallons of paint and glue, holy socks and 3 odd shoes, even an old caravan portaloo, a bag of pens where the ink has dried, an action man that got up and died, tins with some kind of growth inside, and jars and jars and jars of those tears I've cried. And deep down inside I know, gotta let it go, it isn't easy but this I know. Gotta throw it away. Gotta throw it away. There's a childhood sketch of a bearded tit, a wardrobe of clothes that will never fit, an LP of Gary Glitter's greatest hits, and all kinds of other tasteless shit. Empty cartons of Five Alive, non-functioning Sega Mega Drives, worn-out blades for Stanley knives, and boxes of letters from 2 ex-wives. And deep down inside I know, gotta let it go, it isn't easy but this I know. Gotta throw it away. Gotta throw it away. Gotta bin them today. Well, maybe next year. How about in a month? Perhaps a year. Maybe never. Fantastic. I should really start doing that, actually. It's good. Okay. You'll be pleased to know that we're nearly at the end. Gosh, I am quite quick today. I'm quite surprised. It must be short songs, I think. Absolutely, Steve. Well, the worst is a box of old photos or something like that. Or actually, I do have some old, not diaries, but journals. And every time I try and get rid of them, I end up reading the whole lot. And you end up 2 days later, bleary-eyed, going, I can't get rid of them. But that is life for me. Is I am a bit of a clutterer, hoarder, and such like. Too much baggage, maybe something psychological in there. I don't know, but so that song does have some relevance to me and where I am in my life. Not everything in there I possess, by the way, just so that you know. I don't have an Uncle Fred, and no ashes, and I don't have a certain LP, and there's a few things that I definitely don't have, but they just rhymed. But in the main, there's quite a lot of stuff in there that I do have. Anyway, where am I? Oh, yes. Right, last song. The last song is an old song, because I've done new songs, and it's not a funny song, because I can't do all funny songs. It's a song that's got quite a bit of meaning for me, actually. It's from the very last musical that I produced. It's also the first and wrote, and it's from the very first live home song gig. I sang this song, and it means a lot to me. Again, songs. I don't know. I think all songwriters, or the majority of us, unless we're like really mercenary and writing lovey-dovey, doobie-wooby, shoop shop rubbish for selling to naive teenagers or whatever, we generally write about things that are important to us in our hearts here, and this song's actually quite I think it's quite important, and I would leave you, well, I won't leave you because I'll talk to you again at the end, but with the message that that we should all think about the fact that we need to do what we have to do. A lot of doing what you have to do things today. Oh, I'm definitely not in the right place with this. What do I have to do? Oh, yeah. Press that button. Whoops, too far. Backwards. That bit's right. Does it make? Can you hear clicking noises out there? Because I hear clicking noises in my headphones every time I press the button, which is a little disconcerting. That sounds lovely. Oh, that didn't sound very lovely though. This might sound better. What the future holds for us just isn't ours to see, and it has always been life's greatest mystery. Though we try to touch it and it isn't far away, there is no tomorrow, we have only got today. Every single song must have its singer. This much is true, although I don't know why. Every single dream must have its dreamer, or all the dreams, they're gonna pass us by. Every single heart must go on beating, and every one of us has got to try. Every single life must have its meaning, or else what meaning is there to this life? You don't know if you're right, you can't tell if you're wrong.
The only thing to do is try and carry on. You gotta keep plugging away till things come out alright. Trust yourself and try your best, and your dreams come into sight. Every single song must have its singer. This much is true, although I don't know why. Every single dream must have its dreamer, or all the dreams are gonna pass us by. Every single heart must go on beating, and every one of us has got to try. Every single life must have its meaning, or else what meaning is there to this life? Or else what meaning is there to this life?
Beautiful. Okay. I've had a jolly old time. It was MJ messaged me before the thing and said, "Enjoy yourself," and I said, "Yes, I will." I don't know about everybody else, but so I hope you have all enjoyed tonight. I've had a jolly good time. I was a bit, what's the word I'm looking at? Yeah, a bit frazzled beforehand for some unknown reason. I'm going to go tidy up afterwards, just make the place all lovely, and you might notice it. By the way, I don't know when I'll see you again. It's all change at the end of the month. We're going to once a week gigs, which is nice in one way. I'm in two minds, I have to say. It's lovely to have a new performer every day. It's wonderful to see all these fabulous people on a regular basis, but it is a bit knackering to be one of the people who's behind the scenes all the time. And for David and I's point of view, I think going to once a week, especially as people are too busy to come nowadays because they've got live things going on, which is fantastic as well. And we've got live home songs. We've had a live home song, which was brilliant, and all that sort of thing. But it does mean that I don't know when I'll next be on. David and I were discussing that, maybe the end of the year or something like that, because the way the rotation works out, you'll probably see people 2 or 3 times in the year if it carries on, which doesn't sound enough. I mean, how am I going to cope with only 2.5 times of Dave Arcadi, or 2.5 times of Trudy? What are we going to do? How are we going to live with only that? I know, Dave, I can come along to all your other stuff because you're a busy man. But I should really be wrapping up because I need to go and see how many we're losing by in the football, and it'll be half time now. Yes, it will. And I've waffled on again. I've loved it tonight, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And tell your friends, tell people, get them out to Home Songs. Do go and see live music as well if you've got the chance now, and enjoy lots of gigs. And I will love you and leave you, and I will see you when I see you, which might be a while. And I'll say cheerio now, and I will wave. Will I do the usual weird pose, David?